Hello world, this is Bcradio1News, and we have arrived again. This is your brother Evangelist B from the Republic of Ireland, and we are here once again to bring you the message of Biafra in its fullness. Today being Sunday 20th of October, we have just arrived once again, and we want to have an important discussion that has been bothering people, and people are concerned about it, and some people are complaining, and some people are frowning to its demands and command that it is not something appropriate to do, that is not something that is right. But today we want to look into that matter again. We have given it time last time to make some discussion about this very matter. It is good for us to discuss this type of issues in order to clarify issues of misunderstanding. This is Biafran Christian Radio from the Republic of Ireland. As I promised some of you that I will be coming live today to look into the matter, the issue of the freedom and the restoration of Biafra, which our leader MAZI Nnamdi Kanu said that Biafrans who did not or who fails to support the restoration of Biafra by making contribution. He is very specific by saying those in diaspora are the people that are responsible for the restoration of Biafra. And one of his reasons that he said this is because we are comfortable where we are, and that we are better off than those at the Zoo Republic. So my own opinion and text is one I want to express today in this very discourse. Why will it be that if you are in diaspora, you did not support the restoration of Biafra by either making contribution, joining the IPOB nearest to you to showcase your presence, like when they are going to march or protest, that you will be able to support the struggle. And this is what we want to look into today. Once again, this is Bcradio1News from the Republic of Ireland, and I'm your host, your brother, your servant, Evangelist B. I am reporting from Republic of Ireland. Before we proceed, I would like us to start by giving thanks to Elohim, the Most High God. And before we enter into the prayer, please, I want you to hit the share button and pass this message across, because some people has been asking me, where is the account number? How will I get this account number? How will I join IPOB? And this is what we are about to discuss today. I know that Radio Biafra always talk about how you can subscribe to the Radio Biafra in your local domain, or how you can make your contributions. But as part of it, I decided that myself, having this opportunity to have this platform, should also contribute by projecting the image of this noble cause to make sure that If you are not following that side and you come across my platform, you will also get the message of Biafra here by God's grace. I know that some of you may say, oh, what is he doing? He has no Biafran flag or symbols here. Don't worry, very soon I'm going to put all those things. I have Biafra in my strongest heart because my father died killed by the Mr. Alabin General of Army that came to Port Harcourt, and were murdered in front of me and my mother. And my two brothers were in Biafra military and they died. They did not come back because I said they died in the war is because we have not seen them up until death today. So I am here to provide you the information of the account. We have one account for Biafran Foundation that is Diaspora USA or any country around the globe where you find yourself, where you can make your contribution through the bank. And I have also the account for the European Union that is situated in the German, in Europe, German. So these two accounts is in front of me here, placed on the blackboard, where you will be able to write down and copy the whole information based on where you are located and which account you want to make use of it. You can make use of them, if two of them if you want. Is up to you. But I think that if you are in Europe, the European account is more better and easier for you because it's easy for you to pay money through your account or set up direct debit. If you are in the side of America, Canada area, Brazil, and all the Southern and Northern America, I advise that you take the American one. If you are outside Europe, any part of the world, both Asia, you can take the American account on. That will be more easier for you. But I think that we that are in European Union, the account for the German is the best and the solution for us to make our contribution. Before we go ahead, like I said, please help us to share this message because we want much people to be able to get this account number. People have been inboxing me, testing me, asking me, and I told you, because I'm working on the platform on how to put this account number, I will not be calling it with my mouth so that you can see it yourself, so that you'll be able to note down everything without mistake. And my engineer have done it by the special grace of God. I thank God for that. And you can see the number on the screen there when the time comes for you to call and make your own contribution, because this is an interactive section. The number is +353 899 470004. Once again, when the time comes for our interactive discussion, the number to call, this is WhatsApp number, +353 899 470004. Once again, this is your brother, your servant, your friend, Evangelist B, reporting today on behalf of the IPOB worldwide to present the issue of why it's important for you to contribute. Our leader, MAZI Kanu, said, those that are in diaspora are responsible to finance and to contribute to support this very noble cause. He exempted the people in the zoo, Biafra land, but some people in Biafra land decided and said no, that they are equal to the tax. Some people are donating. I learned even in the zoo or other part of Africa, someone in the prison yard is using small benefit he's getting to make contribution for this noble cause. Then you who have citizenship or working, even though if you are working illegally, you make money. I work illegally in South Korea. Everybody work illegally before we got our paper. And we have so many problems we solve with money we get because some of you are working, so you have no excuse. We are going to look into today's topic in the 3 point of view. We are going to look into it ethically, politically, and religiously. Some of us who are Christian who are claiming that you cannot force me to make this contribution. It is not biblical. I will show you where it is in the Bible. Politically, we know that Czech Republic have done it and succeeded, ban every of the citizens who are in diaspora, who failed to make this contribution from entering to their country. It's not that you are not going to enter the way it will go, but you will be coming with a visa, and that visa makes you a foreigner, and that foreigner makes you that every property you own in Biafra land, you will pay tax as a foreign investment. The reason why he said this is because since you don't love freedom, you will not have freedom until the day you will depart this earth. Is it the right thing to do? Is it biblical? We are going to see today, but let us pray first of all. But please hit the share button and disseminate this very program to our brothers that they may be able to see it. And if you have not subscribed to our YouTube channel, please hit the subscribe button now. If you are my friend in the old personal YouTube channel, please, I want you to know that if you are still in that, the account is closed completely. Type Bcradio1News and you can see the symbol in the when I will open the board where you can see the account number. You can type it and you can write it down later and subscribe so that when I bring new update, as I promise every one of you that I will be bringing new update so that you'll be able to be the first to get the information. Thank you. Remain tuned as we pray. God Almighty, we thank you. Yahweh Yeshua HaMashiach, King of all glory, for another new day that you have given us the opportunity to broadcast live today in Biafran Christian Radio channel. We bless your name. We give you all the glory. We thank you for the life you have given us. Thank you for preserving us in the Biafra land, having us remain alive today as the remnant to occupy the land that you have given to our ancestors, which the enemy want to take away from us. Father, I pray, giving you glory and honor that we are alive. And I pray that those people who have lost their life, even fighting the war, that their soul will be raised in perfect peace. In the name of Jesus Christ. I bring our leader, MAZI Kanu, before you, a man who have given sacrifice of his life and his fathers and his wife and child for this noble cause, risking it, being exiled for years now, no home. Father, we pray that victory will be granted unto him, that what he is seeking, he will get it, and the glory and honor will be upon you, our most glorious Father. And I pray that you protect him and all the members of his family. Keep him alive in the name of Yahweh Yeshua HaMashiach, in the name of Jesus Christ. And I pray that our brothers and sisters that will be listening to tonight's discussion, they will be able to see this discussion in different angles. If anybody is having resentment or anybody disprove that such a thing will not be able to happen or take place, I pray that you open their eyes of understanding, that they will understand that this is what is a responsibility for every one of us. It is a responsibility for us to secure and fight for our freedom and the protection of our life, of our land. Thank you, Father, for in the name of your Son, Jesus Christ, I pray. Once again, this is Biafran Christian Radio, Bcradio1News. And very soon, I will show you the account, but let us first of all begin by looking into today's discussion. The Biafrans in the diaspora, if you fail to support the freedom of our land, our leader MAZI Nnamdi Kanu, said that when we achieve Biafra, that you will not enter into Biafra land freely. You must be coming with a visa. You know the way they give visa, the highest they can give you at once is 3 months. After 3 months, if they allow you for an extension, you have to pay for an extension. If they did not allow you, you have to leave. If you did not leave, you cannot box it, you cannot fight it. The status you have is a foreign status. They're gonna deport you. And if they eventually deport you, that means when you go to the embassy, Biafran embassy, to seek for visa, they will deny you visa because you have broken the law of your status of your stay in the land where you were permitted to enter. So you will see that it is not going to be easy. It's not going to be smooth for you. It's not going to be a palatable situation for you. Those contributions you did not make right now, you will make it. Some of you said, when the time comes, I will see who will disturb me from going from my father's land. And I want you to know, when the time comes, immediately the time comes, we are shifting from Nigeria to Biafra. We are no longer Nigeria. Your Nigerian passport is invalid. You understand me? It is not valid anymore. And the passport you have, which is American passport, Brazilian passport, South Korean passport, Island passport, German passport, is a foreign passport to the Biafran land. You have to go to the Biafran embassy to get visa permission to go. Even if you say, I am a Biafran, they will ask you then at the embassy, you are living in the diaspora here, you are comfortable here, show us your contribution that you have made to IPOB to support the indigenous freedom, people of Biafran's freedom. If you don't have it, you cannot fight it. Like I said, you cannot do anything about it. You must follow the law and the procedure. Then you go to you. Some people say we'll go to UN. How can somebody? UN is there, and they knew that you supposed to be patriotic to your nation, and you refuse to do that. The United Nations will not do anything. They cannot interfere because this is a foreign, and Nigeria, Biafra that time will become part of the United Nations, and they know what law says. They know the contribution each and every one of us have to do to be patriotic to our nation. When you rebel against being patriotic, when you rebel against the law, there is nothing United Nations can do because you are comfortable in this land, but you are unable to do anything. Why did it happen? That is lawlessness. That is the way they are going to count it. So we will look into these matters in three perspectives, like I said, ethically and politically and religiously. Ethically, when we want to say the Biafran issue, we want to discuss it and said, is it okay to deny someone the right of entering into his country as an indigenous person? You know that preservation of life, even according to the law, is a moral responsibility for every one of us in ethical manner. The law says you know that it's right, that you have to give peace to your neighbor. You don't have right to disturb your neighbor. The law also said that even if something happened to neighbor, police will come and ask you and find out if you have an information ethically in a manner that is right. Ethical means right and wrong. You're supposed to give the police the information of what happens to your neighbor if you know. But if you don't tell the police and eventually the police take information you gave and they find out that you were available and they notice from somebody that you were present when they will say that you perversed justice. That means you try to hinder justice, because the information they get from you, they will use it to apprehend or to judge the one who default the right of others. So ethically, you, according to the law, have to abide by the law and protect the image of your country and the right of your country. It is a moral responsibility for you and me to protect the right of ourselves in the society. It is a good thing to be done. It is appropriate thing to do, that you and me will volunteer without even forcing you to come and defend your father's land. Every individual in every society is obligated to protect the society. That's why when you have citizenship as an alien or sojourner, they call it, in a foreign land, they ask you to agree with a kind of what is it called, a covenant or an oath, to take an oath to abide by the law of the society. What are the laws of society? Living peaceably in the society, following the rules and regulations of the society, obeying the laws of the society. Ethically, nobody have to tell you all these things. You know it, that is morally right thing to do. So when you don't do it, you are ethically wrong for not doing what you're supposed to do. Again, to defend the life of other people, to protect the life of the members of society, we are responsible, as a matter of fact, to do everything to make sure that life and properties of people are not damaged either by you or by another person. Politically, when we look at it, put it into law. The law says that you are not supposed to tamper or to ignore when you see someone at the point of death. You cannot do anything, but you can call make telephone conversation with the authority or with the 911 or with the people, emergency vehicles, to come and pick this individual. And this is the right thing to do, and you don't have right to deny other people their right in the society. The society permits you to move on the street, go your business safely. Nobody is harassing you, but you know that you are obligated not to do some certain things by law. So in terms of freedom, let's put it in political perspective. There is a war broken out. You know, if war broke out, every citizen, when the army begin to have too much casualties and shortage of the military personnel, they begin to arrest people and force people. Because why? Because you are a citizen. They are not going to beg you. The only thing they will do is to cross-examine you and check if you are healthy. If you are fit to go to war, nobody is begging you to go to war. You must join the chorus. But if you are somebody who is sick or have mental problem or disability, they will exempt you from going to war. So you can see that the protection of your nation and other lives from the enemies is an obligation for every citizen to do in time of need like this. So in our case as Biafrans, you are obligated to join hand to save your father's land. But if you decide to take other side, that you are not going to protect your father's land, well, there are consequences that will follow it. Like I said, they might deny you access to many things. Like, for example, in South Korea, as an example, I learned there that the Jehovah's Witness people refuses to fight war during the South and North Korean war. They say it's forbidden by their faith as Christians, they should not go to war. And they told them that if the war ended in victory, that if you did not join, none of you will participate in any governmental offices in any way. And that's the way they accept it. Up to date, according to what I learned there, that members of the Jehovah's Witness are not included in any political party or in any governmental position. And I think that similar things is applicable in this very country where we are. So you can see now that in a political, in an ethical manner, it is a good thing to protect life, like I said, and properties of one another. As a community, as a nation, we are under obligation, like I said, to protect the interests of others and not to intrude or to allow something that would destroy the life of others. So let's say, is it a good thing? Let's put it in this way. Is it a good thing to protect life? Yes. Ethically, we can say that it is a good thing to protect life. If protection of life is not good in the first place, why is the government assisting you, protecting you, defending you from maybe little problem you have in the community? They are protecting you because it is right thing. It is so that there will be law and order. People is not going to be allowed to do things at will whenever they want to do it. So ethically, we will say that it is good to be good, to do what is right. That's it. It is good to protect life. Government is protecting you. Government is providing for you. Government is assisting you financially when you are not capable of funding yourself as a result of economic problem. Government helps you. But if government helps you, when there is problem in a society and they need contribution and need of you for volunteer, and you say you are not going to volunteer, nobody is going to tell me what to do. I am a man of my own, a woman of my own. I have right to exercise my right not to say yes or no. It means that you are rebelling against the order and you want disorderliness in the society. So when something happens to you, in order, if government reciprocate and say that they are not going to help you, you see that you might not be able to carry on with your life because there are some certain situation that will occur in your life. You will not be able to fight it. That's why in this country, they know that as citizen, you have the right to go to have medical attention. If you have no money, you are not a rich person, they give you medical card to protect your right because it is your right. So when you work, you pay them tax and they use that tax to finance to fund other people. So ethically, it is the right thing. For example, when we say ethical, we are talking about right and wrong. Is it good to steal? No, you say no, it is not good. Is it good to disturb your neighbor? With your own personal enjoyment or amusement, like playing music, turning the tune to blow off the wall, this is wrong. You know that is wrong. So if you do it in this country, they will charge you for antisocial behavior, that you are disturbing the neighborhood. And if you go to court, the judge will penalize you and give you fine, or even adding it with some form of months of imprisonment. So that is in the ethical point of view. I say, as you listen, share this video, please. Share it right now. Hit the share button. Send it to your friend in WhatsApp, in Instagram. No, it will not be able to go for the capacity of the video in the Instagram, but you can go to Messenger and you can send it to the Telegram. They will go there. please share it to every shareable corner of your friends and relatives that they may be able to enjoy, because this is a very important issue. Some people are ignoring it, but it is a serious warning, and that's the reason why I am taking it upon myself to make the analysis for you to understand. I have said something about political point of view. If we are looking at it politically, there will be no something like a argument about freedom. Freedom is something that every individual wants politically. If you have problem, for example, as a citizen of a nation and you are an alien, a sojourner in another country, the government of your state guarantees your protection. That's why some of these advanced nations, when their citizens are arrested, accused of anything, their embassy will intervene on their behalf and try to protect the interests and the life of that their citizen. They will do it to an extent because they don't have, if you broke law seriously, you are going to face the consequences, unless the country that signed a kind of extradition with another country, like America have it, I don't know, like Britain have it. If you commit a certain offense, they will extradite you and bring you back home and judge you. They are not going to go free. They are going to judge you in this country, sentence you, and they use it as a preservative measure to protect their integrity, showing that they are strong nation and they are powerful nations. So, but some countries, some issues, you have to, the embassy will have to investigate what transpires between you and the nation, the host nation where you belong or where you live, and they will look at it. If there is any intimidation or denial of your right, they will intervene and say no and argue it. But not for us in the zoo, because the zoo republic is an agent of darkness that doesn't want the life of us that are Biafrans. They never intervene for your case. They never come for your rescue. So politically, you see that government have the responsibility to protect your interests while you are in another country. Like I said, they provide you amenities like electricity, they provide you water, they provide you good roads, they provide you mobility, you have good transport system, different kind of transport system, air system, land system, water line system, where you can go with cruises and with ships and with a flying boat. All these mobilities are there for you, provided by the government, where you find yourself as their citizen. So in this, you can see that the only freedom we have is that we say what we say. Some of us say, I have the right to do whatever thing. Nobody questions me. No, there are guidelines in a society, what you can do and what you cannot do. Without that, we don't have freedom. The only freedom we have is the government give us the privilege to say what we want to say verbally, but there are something we can speak right now, you can say right now. They call it hate speech and many other terminology they have given to it. Looking at it all, some of us who will say, okay, I will not contribute this money, I will not do anything, nobody can tell me that I'm a free person. I tell you what, you are not a free person, and you have some limitations of what you can do and what you cannot do. But government allow us to say some certain things, discuss some certain issues in a society. Go freely, nobody disturb us, but you think you have freedom. There are laws guiding everything you do. But the day you will know that you have no power of yourself to decide on your own word is when you break traffic light, you find out you don't have freedom. There are things that are checkmating you. So when the government of Biafra come up and say, listen, we have said that people in diaspora will sponsor this very freedom. Some people might say, why? Why must you tell me what to do and what not to do? I'm not going to do it. Well, you think it's Nnamdi Kanu saying it. It is no longer Nnamdi Kanu or IPOB as he talk about it says. What will be saying it is the law. Because as he has said it, being the principal head of this struggle, knew how far he went into prison, how he suffered, tear gas, giving thrown chemical weapon into his cells, wanting to kill him. God miraculously saved him. Shooting, rampage, military like there is a war in his house, in his father's palace. Chased them away, and he narrowly escaped death. And you think that after doing this thing, you relax in your bedroom, on your parlor, and you say, nobody is going to tell me what I will do. You will see that politically, that it is wrong and it is not going to happen. Looking at it in the other way of politics, there is some what they call I always forgot this terminology, but let's continue. There is a kind of or certain kind of indirect agreement that you have with the government of the state. This agreement is that you will abide as a good citizen of the state, and the state will also provide you the necessary things that you needed to survive as a citizen of that nation. But if you said, nobody is going to tell me, according to John Locke, he said, if you benefit anything from the state, for example, good road, electricity, and gas heating system, and mobility, if you benefit all these things, the street light given to you, you benefit social welfare system, you have medical system, they give you medical card like some of us have here. Whenever you have problem, you go to GP. There are some people paying 60 euro for per visit or 40 euro per visit for GP, but you have free medical card, you go there, they will not charge you any money. John Locke says that if you are taking all this, you are consenting indirectly to a kind of contract with the government. For that benefit that you are getting from the government, you are like someone who have committed yourself, submitting your right, submitting your authority to the government. So for this cause, you cannot say to government, you don't have right to tell me what to do, except you are not receiving any benefit. But there is no way you can live in a society you are not enjoying the street light. They call it social contract. Social contract. Somebody like John Hobbes. Hobbes is the one who introduced what we call social contract. The way social contract works is that you submit your right to the government, and the government take your responsibilities and be providing the road for you, because you cannot provide the road for yourself. You cannot provide electricity for yourself. So these are the things that the Biafran government will be providing for you as we are hoping that when we get our freedom, that our nation is going to be very good, palatable, nice, compared with European countries or developed nations. So this social contract is, according to John Hobbes, he says that you are not going to be given freedom. You are not going to be given absolute, there's nothing like absolute freedom. Or he says, if we allow people to do what they like you are told to contribute for this, you say, no, nobody is going to tell me this. He said, John Hobbes says, if we allow this thing to be, there will be an anarchy in the state. Everybody will get up and say, you don't need to tell me. He said, even a strongest man can be sleeping, and a weak person will use knife, machete, and cut his neck for that. And he said that by giving people right, allowing them to decide what they want to do, and that human beings are naturally inclined by demands of right and of different type of right, from one right to another. And if we allow it, there will be anarchy, and there will be no law and order. For this, he developed a science of what he calls social contract. As long as you are in that state, you have submitted your right to the government. Why? Because the government in your constituency have people who represent you. Those people are the people that manage how things will be able to run in the society, and you cannot object it. So social contract is submitting your right to the authority, to the government. And because you cannot build road on your own, the street light on your own, banking system, you cannot bring it on your own, the vehicle, transport system, air system, you cannot bring it to yourself. These things are provided by the government. You cannot do it individually. And because of this, and you have no capacity to do it, government will not need your permission to do it, because there are so many people who need it. And myself, I need it, that government provide things for me, which they are not providing in the zoo. So if you said that you are not going to obey the law, that you have to be patriotic to your nation, to save your nation from the predicament they are facing right now in the zoo. If you say, and everybody say, and then Nnamdi Kanu say, and all the IPOB members withdraw and say, oh, we are not going to fight anymore, the House of Fulani, what do you think they will do? They will round us up immediately and finish us. And because you refuse that you are not going to join, will not deter me not to do it. Will not deter our leader, MAZI Nnamdi Kanu, or the principal officers who have given their life to do this. Because of you, we cannot say no. And what majority of us agree, I am telling you how the system of the government, ethics and religiously, is going to apply into this very discussion. So there's no way you can escape it. There is no way you can escape it. So you are, this is John Hobbes' science, social science of social contract. His own is that you are submitting religious right. Everything you submit to the government will make laws, because without law, there will be state of anarchy. But in John Locke's own ideology of social science, he says, nobody needs to force you. Nobody needs to indict you for anything. But you must make sure that you are not living in that society to enjoy the good road. The electricity, the water, the gas, the mobility, transport system, and the mobile system, communication that government, he said, because you cannot provide this thing on your own. It needs a heavy, what is called, a big company to provide this. And most of this big company, government finance the first move, because without government subsidies, they cannot be able to provide this thing. They work with the government agent. They are agents of the government. They work with the government. So now you can see that if they allow us to work or to build our road when they are using what is it called feudal system of government, that if you want to wear shoe, you have to produce shoe by yourself. If you want to build a house, you have to provide concrete by yourself. If you have to do anything, you got to do it alone. You see that you cannot be able to get all the things that you're supposed to use to support yourself to be able to exist in that society. So the amenities that the government is providing, they are not knocking on the door one by one and asking everybody to come and agree. But as long as you are in that society enjoying those amenities, John Locke says that you are consenting to the social contract. So the same way is going to be applicable in the society. You see, when we look at it ethically and we look at it politically, you are not exempted to defending your father's land or being patriotic to your father's land. This is Bcradio1News, and we are reporting live from the Republic of Ireland. And in case you are joining us to newly at this very point in time, the topic of today is that our leader, Nnamdi Kanu, says that if Biafrans in diaspora fail to finance or to support the struggle for the freedom of Biafra, redemption of Biafra, that you are not going to enter or enjoy the freedom when we have gotten our independence. And we are looking at this discussion in ethical or political and religious point of view to find out, is he right? Is this thing workable? Is it appropriate thing to do or inappropriate thing to do? And we have seen the ethical part of it, that it is the right thing for us to do to save life, our own. And remember, our children unborn, that is those that we are, our contribution is fighting to save them. And we see politically that there are benefits that we are going to benefit in Biafran land when we get the freedom, which when we look at the political science about social contract, that there are things we cannot provide for ourselves. And most of 99% of the things we are going to be enjoying in that society will be provided by the government. But who are the government? The government are the people who came up with ideas. Leaders like MAZI Nnamdi Kanu came up and said, the cheating of my people, the degradation of my people, molestation of my people, dehumanization of my people, the discrimination of my people, the injustice they are giving to my people, enough is enough. I want to sacrifice my life to make sure I save my people. And you say, oh, who called him to be the head and who called him? Well, leaders, like I said some time ago that I make my videos come by organic system. Leaders are not appointed in the states. They manifest organically, because if we are looking for appointing somebody, appointing this person, that person that want to appoint that person, who appoint him? So by someone's attitude and the bravery and the outspokenness and volunteer shows that he is a leader. He has the charisma of leadership. Nnamdi Kanu, I don't know him before, you don't know him before, but suddenly he manifested. And what was he saying? My people must live. And they tried to bribe him. Can you tell me that he has no qualification for leadership? No, you can't say that, because you see that he was in front and he commanded and people obey and people follow. And he brought ideas and people are following the idea and it is working. Some people might not see the reality of what is going on right now, but in the future, they are going to see. There are people, if you watch this movie about Exodus, the children of Israel coming out, there are people, even that very day they are living in Egypt, they are saying that let me see the God of this desert. They call themselves their God, the God of desert, that because they have no home, where they are going first is in desert. Some people were fighting against Moses. Why can't you leave us to live in this land where we enjoy a cucumber, onion, and watermelon? Why? Which God of desert are you taking us? Allow us. Even when the God have delivered them, they left. They begin to rebel in the desert. I say, does it mean that we have no graveyard in Egypt to bury us? So there must be rebelliousness. There must be people who will say something against a system. But at the end, if that system has come to stay, nothing will deter it. Nothing will remove it from its place. Nothing will disturb it. So some people, like I'm saying today, are still arguing the possibility of this man, Nnamdi Kanu, by how can he get this Biafra for us? In case if you are joining us for the first time, this is Biafran Christian Radio, and we are reporting live from the Republic of Ireland. And very soon we are going to be showing you these numbers here in the screen, but we are not yet for that. This is the account number, like I promised you. You can see it there in the screen there, and I will bring it later again for you to be able to note it down. I want you to share this video. If you have not subscribed to my YouTube, it is very important. So many people are not getting my video anymore because the formal channel was corrupted and mistakenly deleted permanently, and I lost all my subscribers. So many of people are wondering and saying that we are not seeing Evangelist B anymore. Please write it down now. Bcradio1News. Type it in YouTube. Please, you will get it, and click subscribe button. Please share to your friends and ask them to join me, because we are going to be discussing events and things that matters, that concern human being, religiously, politically, and socially. We will be discussing important issues here, and I dedicate myself to follow Nnamdi Kanu, to fight for the restoration of Biafra. Please share this video right now. Make sure your friend get it, that they may be able to join us. Now let us look the point of it, religious point of view. Let us see. We have 3 places to read in the Bible, but I am not going to read them, but I'm going to give you quotations. Study it yourself, and you will tell me what you find out. The first one I will tell you to read is Deuteronomy chapter 1. Read it to the end. You will see the freedom fighting for the Israelites, the Jewish people, when they came out from Egypt, how they handled the issue of the freedom, how they shared the land that God promised them. And another place you are going to read is Deuteronomy chapter 3. Read it from verse 1 to the end, please. You will see a religious point of view of this freedom, how freedom is shared after they have gotten their freedom. What treatment did they give to people who did not join this freedom? Then if you are a Christian and you said you are not going to join to fight this freedom, from the Bible perspective, I will show you one particular place. I have given you two quotations. Number 1 is Deuteronomy chapter 1. Number 2 is Deuteronomy chapter 3. So I want you to look at it yourself, read it to the end, but I'm going to read a particular place in the book of Joshua. In the book of Joshua chapter 1, verse 12 to 18. This is where we are going to look and see a religious point of view of this freedom. This issue of you are not going to enter into Biafra land because you refuse to join for the freedom of the restoration of our land. For this cause, are not going to benefit it. So we are going to see, before we begin to take our call, in case if there is anyone who want to air their view, but I want you to share this video. Please share it, so that people will be able to join us in this discussion. So let me go to the book of Joshua. Joshua, if you are a Sabbatarian or you are a Judaic person, Joshua is the Old Testament, which most of you believe. But we, the Christians, I believe in the Old Testament and the New Testament. Without New Testament, Old Testament is invalid, completely invalid. Because if the prophecy was given and it was not fulfilled, it means worthless. So we are going to look into the Old Testament Bible, which you believe if you are a Judaic man. And if you are a Christian, I believe that you also believe the word of God in the Old Testament, which most of the Judaic people believe. Now, Joshua chapter 1, verse 12 to 18, that is the end. Joshua said to the tribes of Reuben and Gad, remember Gad is where the Igbos, where we came, and to the half tribe of Manasseh. This Manasseh is one of the sons of Joseph. Remember how Moses, the Lord's servant, told you that the Lord your God would give you this land on the east side of the Jordan as your home, your wives and your children and your livestock will stay here, but your soldiers armed for battle will cross over head of their fellow Israelites in order to help them until they have occupied the land west of the Jordan that the Lord your God has given them. When he has given safety to all the tribe of Israel, then you may come back and settle here in your own land, east of the Jordan, which Moses, the Lord's servant, gave to you. They answered, they agree, all of them agreed, Joshua, we will do everything you have told us, and will go wherever you send us, we will obey, just as we always obey Moses, and may the Lord your God be with you as he was with Moses. Whoever questions your authority or disobey any of your orders will be put to death. They agree by themselves, not Joshua, not Nnamdi Kanu. They agreed by themselves that what Joshua and what Moses said, because remember, this is what Moses did before he died, will be put to death. Be determined and confident. You can see here, God told Moses that certain land of Moabite, Jebusite, Perizzite, and many nations I have given, the Canaanite land, I have given it to you. Go and possess it. The Reubenites, the Manasseh, one of the tribes, the Gadites, these three tribes was forced to get their own land. Now, other tribes have not gotten their own land. Remember, this is a freedom fighting, just like we that is in diaspora. Nnamdi Kanu say, our people are perishing so much and suffering in Nigeria. We must do something because we are comfortable in the land where we are. We must contribute to save this life. So the Reubenites, the Manasseh and the Gadites got their own land and they occupied the land. So when Joshua took over, he reminded them, this is what the Lord told Moses, your leader, your former leader, that you should go and occupy all the land that the Lord have given you. And that you, the Gadites, the Reubenites, and the Manasseh, that you are not going to live. You are not going to settle on that land, but you leave your wives, your little ones, that means children, and your livestock, your cow, your cattle, your hens, your chicken, your sheep, every animal that you have. Leave it for your wife and children to remain, but guard up all your soldiers. The soldiers are men that are able to go to war, that have reached the age of war, so that they will join some of other of your brothers to go and fight, to be able to get the land for your brothers who have not claimed their own land, before you can be able to come and settle that this is the law. God told Moses this, not Moses did it himself. God told Moses. That's why if you go to the book of Deuteronomy where I told you to read, you're going to see all this. God told Moses, order the children of Israel that those people that have gotten their freedom will not have full freedom, but I will allow your wife and children to remain in that land with your livestock, but they themselves will guide themselves to join. Remember that as they are going or advancing to war, some of them will not return back. They will die in process. And likewise was some other people that haven't gotten their land, some of them have died as well from the other tribes. So God ordered Moses that he should say this thing to the children of Israel. So when Moses was about to leave, he passed the same message across to Joshua, and this is what you are going to do. Now, when Moses died, at a certain stage, Joshua reminded the children of God what Moses gave as an order which came from God. And he spoke it to the elders of the tribes and other tribes that have not gotten there. So the elders decided and said, as we are just advising you to take heart and be courageous, anything you say we should do, we are going to do it. And all of them, the whole Israelite, agree that anybody who fails to do so, they decided by themselves that it's a kind of social contract, if you put it in political perspective, that death sentence will follow the man who failed to carry this order. If anybody, those Reubenites, Gadites, and Manasseh fell, or other people fell to move forward to go and claim the land, they have given themselves a kind of social contract. We're not begging anybody, but we say that if anybody fell, we will put him to death. Death sentence is given to anybody who failed to join to go and fight the land. It wasn't Joshua. It wasn't God. It wasn't Moses. The elder said, it is important for us to fight this freedom, to recover other land for our brothers who have not gotten. And we, the elders and everybody, all of them not elder, they didn't impose it. Everybody agree and say this is because ethically, you know that it is the right thing to do. How would we fight together and secure this land for a particular people, and other people will not join to fight for this? So when you look at it in political science, the science of John Hobbes, he says that there must be a social contract. What is the social contract? Everybody will agree that the government will have the right to develop the state, provide for the people, make law and order. The law and order, John Hobbes said that people should provide people from different constituencies who represent them. So whatever the government pass information or law and order to the representative of the constituencies, the people already have been consented to it. The reason why he said it, if we allow people to rebel themselves and say nobody will tell me what to do, that means there will be state of anarchy, and which you know that there is no progress in any country that have state of anarchy. Just like Nigeria. Nigeria is in almost state of anarchy. There is no rule of law. Somebody can wear police uniform and come out in the street and kill somebody. So if we put it in this perspective to view it as if it's what our leader Nnamdi Kanu is suggesting, looking at it into God's own mind and the agreement that the elders with the citizens Israelites agreed that anybody who fell, what John Locke said, if you break the law, your right has been taken away. The government is one day representing you. If you break the law, you will be sentenced to either imprisonment or this. But John Hobbes, you will be in prison. John Locke says in his own way, we are not going to force you to join for this freedom because you have right of freedom, right of free movement, right of free speech. But he won, you don't have right for killing people. You cannot kill people or disturb the business of people. He said, if anybody rebel, according to John Locke, to disobey the societal agreement, he said the people in the society there will decide what punishment that an individual should be getting as a rebellion for the law. So, in his own perspective, you are not forced to join. Like Nnamdi Kanu, you are not forced to join. But that social contract has been agreed the day he announced that if you don't join, it doesn't matter how many certificates you have as a professor. You can't be a professor in the United Kingdom or United States of America. You have billions of naira or dollar. And you feel that Nnamdi Kanu will not tell you. And eventually through him, this thing materialize. And you come and tell us that you are a professor. Where is your professorship? If you are a professor, you have gone to the school of discipline. You must have come across the social contracts of John Hobbes. You must have gone to the school of discipline, which we call this type of school, so that we went like a philosophical school and the political science schools and other science, social science schools. They are talking about discipline, moral justice, moral responsibilities. If you have gone it as a professor, you should have known by yourself that you should volunteer yourself for all these things. So when the time comes, there's no justification. Have you seen it here in a religious or Christian perspective? Nobody is going to force you. But God told them that, see, as long as I'm concerned, Moses, do not allow able men, people who are at the age, of going to war, to settle. Only women and children and the livestock. So which means the Gadites, the Reubenites, and the Manasseh, who have gotten their own land, their freedom, it's a semi-freedom. They have not gotten freedom. So therefore, they will not rest until their brothers have secured their own. They will have peace. Everybody will return to his land. Now, putting it in our own time, you and myself, we have semi-freedom. We have what? Semi-freedom. We don't have freedom. The semi-freedom is because we ran away from our land because of hardship and difficulties and persecution. We came to this foreign land. They give us the freedom to move about. They give us the paper to live in the country, the authority to do whatever business or go to work and seek employment. They give some of us medical card for free medical treatment based on our income level. it is semi-freedom. Why is it semi-freedom? There are some encounters you will encounter in this society. You know that you don't have freedom. When you have police problem and sometimes you call police know you are a black man who called them because you have problem. And they came and they went to the citizen, the indigenous person in this country. And whatever they say to the person say, the police will, some of the police, I'm not saying all of them, will come and impose it on you and say, he said. Do you have freedom then? That's why I say we call it semi-freedom. You just equate it with the Reubenite, the Gadite, the Manasseh. God say you have gotten freedom, but your freedom is not adequately complete freedom. So therefore, you must not go and settle with your wife, because how does it look that me and you will be in this very country? God gave us the grace. We ran away and came and have refuge here. And we see other brothers suffering. And we close our eyes, say, let them die. I am the lucky one. No, it is evil. Ethically, it's bad. It's selfishness. So, when you look at it in whatever perspective you're going to, even traditionally, any way you want, any angle you want to view this discussion, judge yourself today. If you are a Christian, look at what God said, that you should not have your peace. You must make, the reason why God said it is because it will be evil, satanic for these people after getting their land and allow other people to go and fight. Remember, they fought together before Reubenite and Gadite and Manasseh got their own. So if they go individually to go and get this land, you know, the number of Manasseh and the Reubenite and they have reduced to the number of the people in the society. These people may not be able to subdue the enemy and conquer and get their own land. So God wanted teamwork. Nnamdi Kanu said, all of us that is in diaspora, we need to team up. Our people are suffering. And ethically, you look at it in that point of view, you see that the man is very sensible. He said to the people in Niger, those in the zoo, do not bother yourself. I remember when we called to the radio, people were asking in Nigeria and the zoo that they want to support. They don't care. They want. Like I said the other time, somebody in prison yard was using the little money to pay his dues. You might be a member of our IPOB without saying it, if you are the one that doesn't have strong heart like we who stand boldly to defend our fatherland. You can be making this contribution, and this contribution will go a long way. Some people will say, oh, what is he doing with the money that we are contributing? I told you before, you know the Brufen firm. The Brufen firm. The man, a constitutional lawyer who fought for the independence of Sudan. These are the person, the firm that IPOB consulted and they gave the issue of the independence of Biafra. Some of you don't know what is going on in the background. And the Brufen, according to Nnamdi that I had when they opened that German head office, said that it costs $5,000 per hour that Brufen spent in a court. So tell me, all this why do you people know that IPOB is taking Nigeria to court? Do you remember a few months ago when they are making presentation of human rights abuse in Nigeria? How did they come? Who is behind it? Some of you don't know all these things. But some of you are still abusing this man. But the God Almighty is the one to pay all of you back. So now is the time for us to be able to enjoy the interactive discussion. And as the interactive discussion is going on, I'm going to put the account number. The one on the left hand is German European account for the IPOB. The one at the right is the one for any person in any part of diaspora, any country in the world. You can use the one at the right. This one is for United States Biafran Foundation. Please, as I'm bringing it to the screen for you to copy, please copy it and also share to those people around you who did not join. I know that more people will be watching this video. Later on, they might have it. But if you have anybody around you that have been looking for this account number, I know that this account number has been distributed before, but I know that as far as I know, I'm concerned, the program I have last time, so many people called me and be asking for this account number. Today, I want to make it available for you to be able to avail it and make proper use of it. Not keeping it or not copying it and say, and you take it for granted that nothing will happen. Well, I have given you analysis, and this video will continue to be in YouTube for life. And later you will know that what I have said, looking at it at any angle, you cannot be justified for not supporting your father's land. This is the account number. Please, it is there in front of you. You can take this account number and write it down. And our number to call, our line is open now for discussion. +353 899 470 004. +353 899 470 004. Please, you can call us right now to air your view about this very topic of discussion this night. Tell us what you think about this decision and whether it is the right thing or it is not. Like I said, you are free to give your opinion. You are free to air your opinion. The number to call is +353 899 470 004. This is Biafran Christian Radio from the Republic of Ireland, and I am your host, Evangelist B. This is an interactive section right now. You can call us, you can copy the number, the bank account there, and also don't fail to reference us if you have gotten this account number from us. Please, whenever you are paying this money, see that reference us. Bcradio1N stand for Bcradio1News. When you are sending your money, please, when you finish putting your name and your details, they already know your name, they know who you are, but where they say note or reference or message, please, you can say donation for IPOB, means our indigenous people of Biafra. Then you add Bcradio1N, just for them to know that you are directed by the Bcradio1News to make this account payable. You are given this account number to make your donation through Biafran Christian Radio. If you have not subscribed to our YouTube channel, please, I want you to subscribe right now as we are talking, so that you will be getting more information from us. God bless you. This is Biafran Christian Radio. Like we are saying, that our leader MAZI Kanu said that if Biafrans in diaspora fail to support the struggle for Biafra, that they will not enter into Biafra land or enjoy the freedom that they refused to support. So we want to hear your contribution, and we want you to please share this video, and if you have not subscribed, subscribe. Like I said before, when you look at the ethical point of view of this contribution that are being asked. Hello, the caller in WhatsApp. Tell us your name and where you are calling from. Please make your contribution quickly so that other people might have opportunity to add your view. Thank you and God bless.
Thank you, Evangelist B. Yes, the man was calling from Umwaya, at the state, okay?
Thank you. God bless
yes,
you.
Thank you. Yeah, God bless you. Thank you for your program. I really appreciate the work that you've been doing, okay?
All right.
Now, the reason why I'm calling is this, regarding, actually, I just texted you and you brought it up about the account number you have to send money to.
Okay.
So what I'd like you to do is that every program, because I watch your program regularly.
All right.
If you can remind people of that account number, that would be very helpful.
Okay.
Because you see that, yes, most of the programs that I watch, it was just one time that Nnamdi Kanu made this statement. I think that was when he was in Houston.
Yes.
Okay. And he gave the account number, but nobody else ever brings that account number up again, ever.
Yes.
And I tried contacting the Houston administrator.
Okay.
To have them design a website, particularly specifically dedicated to that account number.
All right.
So that people can click and make a payment right there on the website, instead of advising them to go to their bank or somewhere to make a payment.
Yes.
People are not going to do that, though. Let's face the truth. So if you remind people all the time, that's important also. But if you can decide a website specifically dedicated to that $1, so that people can just click and do it right away, you know?
Yes. Yes. You need constant reminding of people to this, because some people forget. And also, I myself is advising, because so many people have called me, because of one reason or the other, they may not be able to pay through the bank. If there is possibilities of open, what is it called? This LLC. There is something they call LLCs. I haven't used it before. And Western Union. As a freedom fighting organization and the organization of freedom, we need all kind of means of donation, all kind of it. We make it versatile so that people, any means, because why? Some people are government is supporting them in this country and they have no job, and if they want to make kind of this contribution, some of them, because I discussed with a lady who wanted this account number, I gave her, and when she went to the bank and many questions was asked, and the woman withdrew, and since then I haven't heard from her. But I talked to her several times, and she said if Western Union, she would have paid that money very easily. She doesn't mind to pay with, when she paying Western Union, she's going to pay charges, extra charges, more than it through the bank. But because of her condition, she preferred to pay it in that way. So I would also advise the authority of the IPOB, based on the information I gather from people, to make available any means to pay in this money. Hello, are you still there? Did you get me? Hello? Hello, brother, are you still on the line? I think the epilepsy condition of a zoo, this thing have hang it and freeze it. Well, I caught it.
Okay.
Hello?
Okay, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay, yes, that's what I'm saying. But the quickest way would be this, okay? Even because this is the age of technology, okay?
Yes.
And so I'm listening to you right now, okay?
Yeah.
If you provide a link at the bottom of the broadcast,
yes,
you will take me to a link where I can use an app and spend the money right away instead of asking people to even go to a website or go to a bank. Or there are so many ways.
Exactly.
But I'm just trying to suggest the easiest way to make people to send the money right away.
Yes.
Somebody can make a promise, though, but it's gonna be difficult to ask somebody to leave their house, especially somebody with a busy schedule.
Yes.
To travel and spend the whole day, especially in a place like Nigeria, to go to their bank just to go send $1. Okay?
Yes.
To an account. Yes, even if they want to do it, they're not going to be able to do it because of the condition.
Yes.
So now we have the age of app. As I'm holding my little data now, okay?
Yes.
On my Android, I can go to the link that you provide below. Say you had one. Click it and send the money right away. It's an app. You can develop that and have people. Nnamdi Kanu the other way was saying that only have $1,000 or something like that since they announced it. Because it's not easy for people. By now, if you have millions of dollars, you can make it.
Yes. Yes. Hello, are you still there? The caller, are you still there? Hello?
Hello? Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. I can hear you. Go on.
Okay, yes. So what I'm saying, if you provide that, use the technologies available and make it easy for people.
Yes.
Some people are going to donate. Some people are going to donate more than the $1 that you're requesting for. Some people might even donate $100 at a time.
Yes.
20, doesn't matter.
And hold on.
The $1 is a minute.
Yeah, hold on. I want you to know that even some app you are talking about, you know the account number that we are showing up here. Some of these things you can set up a direct debit or whatever with these apps, or you can register this account number in those things so that anytime you want to pay in money, you just hit how much you want to pay and click the button, it will go. That's why I am making it available, and as you suggested, I will be positioning this in often to remind people, because that's my work to do now, and I am doing it to support the struggle because I want to be free.
Yes. Yes, and also the reason why I was suggesting the website is this. Anybody that goes to the website and pay can also look for other information on that same website.
Yes.
And click forward, share information, and they will share the same website. The thing will go viral. Everybody will get the information all at once.
I think IPOB have a website, IP Indigenous People of Biafra, London or something.gov. But if you search for it in search engine Google, you are going to get it. I don't have it today. If I have it later, I will put it in the board here, in the blackboard here, so that people will also see the very website of the IPOB, because we are trying to make it possible for people not to have any excuse to give that something is hindering them from contributing. Hello? Hello, my brother. Hello? Are you still there? Brother, are you still there? Hello? Hello? Zoo Republic.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Round up now, my brother. Thank you for calling.
Okay, yes. Okay, yes. Let me finish. Don't say anything, because if you're talking, then you can't hear me.
Okay.
Now, what I'm saying is this. IPOB has a website. Okay.
Yeah.
But they don't have anything about donating money on that website. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Yes.
They said they just created it. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
That's number one.
Yeah.
I'm also talking about a dedicated website by itself. Forget about going to IPOB website and start
yeah.
information to get where to get money. That's number one.
Yes.
They don't have that website. But then I'm also talking about a dedicated website for this Biafra Foundation for the $1 donation. Nothing else. Just that dedicated website for donation.
Yeah,
Okay?
I think, brother, that there is no way they could have a dedicated website only for the donation, because the only simple thing, my wife designed website, the only thing, you have to put donate button in that website.
Yeah.
The moment you
Okay.
click donate,
Yes.
it will take you straight away to the processes or means of sending, different means of, they will ask you PayPal or whatever. I think they might have it, but I don't know. But you said they don't have
They
it.
don't have it. Alex just did it, because I'm telling you, I checked. I did.
It's a very wrong idea, and this is the reason why that I am making this video, and the reason why it is very important for people to be calling is because nobody is an island. Nobody is perfect. If you come and make your contribution, you are bringing up ideas, and as we discuss it, I think the authority, they are watching my video as well. They will also know these things we are discussing and put it into perspective. Hello. Hello. Hello, brother. I hope you keep on to round up, because I don't want to cut you off just that way, because you make an important contribution this night, and I appreciate it, and I say may God bless you. In case if you're watching me live, you can see the blackboard there, where the numbers to pay, account number to pay. If you are in Europe, the one in the left side of my hand, you will see it there, the one in the right for the diaspora. Hello?
Yeah. Okay. All right. So I'll go like I'm wrong. You make an area.
Go on, quite you go again.
Yes. Yes, just you can like a lot of women now, Biafra did so. So didn't have you man again with you.
Yes, by God bless you. Thank you so much, sir. Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes, as this brother gave his opinion, that's why it is important for people to be calling if you have the means of call. I know that some of you will be watching this thing through your mobile phone, but if you have extra phones, some people have 2 phones, 3 phones, 4 phones in their hand. If you have another phone, tap the number +353 899 470004 and give us your view. You might have an idea that is very, very good, which can help us in the struggle, and when you come up here to discuss it, then you will see that you will be able to educate so many people, because we are all learning every day. Every one of us are learning from each other. Please call us and give us your own opinion as regard to the discussion of this very night. You can see the account number there. Please copy it yourself there. The one at the left hand, you can see they write it German on top. The other one at the right hand is USA. This is the account. So many of you are calling me. Somebody even called me yesterday and day before yesterday, and still making inquiries of this very account number. I hope that brother have seen the account number. The reason why I have not made it available, I don't want to be calling it with mouth. I want my engineer to put this blackboard where I could place this account number, and it will be there, and people will be seeing it, and people will be able to take time to jot it down, because if I call it, somebody might miss one number, one letter or the other, because the time I wanted to make some donation, my own part of contribution, because I'm IPOB member last month, it was difficult for me because I missed one letter, and eventually I found out that there was a missing letter, and I completed it, and it went through. So many people are looking for this account number. As this brother suggested, I will be putting it on from time to time. I will be using this very, very screen to make my broadcast so that the account number will be there, because the purpose of this radio station is to promote the restoration of Biafra. So if you are watching us, today's topic is that MAZI Kanu said that Biafrans in diaspora, if you fail to support the restoration of Biafra, when the Biafra comes, that you will find it difficulty to enter Biafra land, because since you don't want freedom, there is no need that freedom should be given to you. So please call us and tell us what you think about this very topic of discussion. We have also looked into the Bible perspectives to some of us who are Christian and exempting themselves from participating in something that is legitimate, something that is ethically right, and something that is religiously right, that you have to make this contribution. This contribution is very important, because you see our leader Nnamdi from time to time will say that the zoo are lobbyists so much they give bribes to many countries, and you know it yourself that some offices, before you go, before they can link you or take you to a place where you get a proper information or attention, you need to make some sacrifices. And if that sacrifices, you think, some of us were thinking that everything must be given free of charge. It is not right like that. There are prices you pay in order to benefit something. So you can see in the Bible that God gave Moses the instruction before he died, that these 3 tribes that have gotten their own freedom, that freedom will not be completed until other tribes. Remember, there are 12 tribes. 3 tribes got their own freedom, and God issued an order that these people will not have rest until they support their brothers who have not gotten rest, in order for everybody to enjoy the freedom in full. Some of you are saying that I cannot contribute, I cannot do this, nobody have to force me. A brother, like I said last time, said he's a child of God. I am created by God, and God gave me a right. I'm a freeborn of God, and nobody have to question me. Then I asked him question. You, as a Christian, if you are in the church or in any organization, and they suggested something that would benefit even the people who are disabled, they cannot do it on their own except if the general public contribute. And you as a Christian rebel against that and say you are not going to do it. Is it right in the sight of God? He think and said, no, it is not. If we talk about God, but the Nnamdi is not God. I said, well, we have leaders. He said, who make him leader? I said, leaders grow organically. When you begin to do something that position you or shows you as a leader, or begin to carry out a work, a task that displays characteristics of leadership, automatically you are a leader. The only thing is, when the time will call, those leaders will take the chances in moment they see the chance. They don't let anybody to tell them, do this. Just in a company, the people, they make foreman in a company, foreman in a company, or captain in a company. They don't select them automatically. They will put people into field of work, and they will begin to monitor and see the person who uses his own initiative, who can be people who can be very flexible. Wherever, in which any corner you throw them, they know what to do, and they don't wait for a person to tell them. They do it. They use their own initiative. The boss of the company already know that this man, even if nobody's around, he can handle issues. He will call him and say, you are the captain. I know when we went to Korea how these things happened. They will look at you, they put you into a field of work for 2 weeks. They will gather 20 people. They will put you into field of work. The 20 people, they have made up their mind. What they will need is 10 people. They will be watching you. The manager will be watching you. Will be standing at the back watching you people. You'll be working like a machine. If you are walking and stretching yourself from time to time. Put your name in the list, the blacklist. By the time the work finished that very day, that first day, the laziest person, they will give you a small envelope and say that we don't need you anymore. You carry your bag, leave the house where they give you, and look for another place to squat, which is very difficult. So until they select, before 2 weeks, they have select 10 people, and they have selected the foreman. So this is how leadership. When you people say who bring in Nnamdi Kanu, who makes him the leader, the same thing they ask Moses, who makes you spokesman and leader over us. But Moses knew that he has the charisma for leadership, and he took the mantle, and people knew that he is capable, and they started following him. Just like people look at Joshua in the place where we read, and they said, don't be afraid, because we've seen the boldness in you. Whatever you say, we should do it. And any man, whosoever that rebel against you, that individual will be put to death. Did you see it? Is there any law made by Joshua or by Moses that people should be put to death? Did God say that they speak the mind of God? The mind of God. There are people who will take decision on your behalf, whether you like it or not. That's why it is important in a society. If you know what you can do, do it. If you know how you can fix yourself, fix yourself. And when you fix yourself, do what is needful and represent your constituency. Once again, this is Biafran Christian Radio. Please, I am giving you another opportunity, please, to call us and give us your opinion as regarding to today's discussion, because we are coming to the close of this very topic today. We started 5:32 and now is 7:16. Please, if you have any suggestion, if you have whatever you want to suggest or comment as regarding to today's topic is that our leader MAZI Nnamdi Kanu said that if anybody people in diaspora fail to support the issue of Biafra, that in the future they will not be able to enjoy the freedom or enter Biafra freely. So what is your suggestion? What is your take as regard to this? I am going to close this meeting right now, because we have Radio Biafra. I don't want to be using my program to interrupt it, but if you have any suggestion, any caller, please, anybody who have something to say it. If you are taking the number, thank God for you and make use of it. And once again, if you are not watching this video live right now, the topic today is about people in diaspora who fail to support the struggle, that they will not enjoy the freedom when the Biafra come. And you can see the account number for the European side by the left, and the other diaspora. It's not only America, other diaspora. If anybody wants to give $1, whatever, but I think that most of that $1 is mainly for those who are working, civil servants, so that they will get rebates of tax. But I still believe that if it's $1 you want to send, I don't think any normal human being who is not working can set an automatic withdrawal or direct deposit of $1 every month. I don't think it makes sense. To the amount you are going to pay for charges to pay $1 will be too much, even more than $1. So, but any amount, you are not obligated, any amount, so long as you are making this contribution. And don't forget that when you make this contribution, look at that place at the end of the of the German account number. Reference us. Please put us as a referencing that you got this number from us, Bcradio1N, Bcradio1N, standing for BC Radio 1. This is our code to reference us that you got this account number from us. And please, in order to promote us as well for the effort we are making, so that when you send the money, wear the same message, put it that this is donation, and put that reference number Bcradio1N, so that they will know that this money that you are directed by Biafran Christian Radio to make this donation, so that they will recognize our effort as well. I say, may remain blessed, and we are going to see you in the next episode. Once again, this is Biafran Christian Radio. I am your host, Evangelist B, speaking live from the Republic of Ireland. Please share this video to your friends. And if you have not subscribed to our YouTube BC Radio 1, please go to YouTube, type Bcradio1News, and as it pops up, please click the subscribe button and press the notification bell. The reason why I'm telling you this, whenever I have a new information or topic to discuss, you will be the first to be able to get this information. And I say, may God Almighty keep our leader, Nnamdi Kanu, his father, mother, wife and child and relatives. And again, may God rest in peace the soul of those people, brothers and sisters, that was burnt in Onitsha or Chanja Market. And let us not forget that the main issue is to support the struggle, to fight to the end. Our enemy have diverse means of attacking us. We are almost empty-handed, but the Almighty God will help us. And the reason why for the donation is to help us to prepare ourselves for the worst. Because I know whether we like it or not, our people are going to face hell with the Fulani people, with the Hausa Fulani people. But join the IPOB nearest to you. Those people that are asking for IPOB, how to get IPOB, please, in your area, ask people how to get IPOB in your own area. If you don't know, you can contact me and say you want to join IPOB close to you. If you don't know anyone, I have, since I started this program, helped so many people to connect them, people who move from one country to the other, to the IPOB. It is very important. Please. Somebody told me last time, a woman, I don't want to join IPOB, and I want to make donations. Some people might not have the bravery and the boldness to join because they terrorize us with the what is it called, naming us or prescription of terrorists, and some people are running away. You can donate your money, leave us alone that want to use our head to hack their bullets. Even if we die in the process, God Almighty will take us to his bosom and know that we have fought a good fight. We will not die like a coward in the presence of our enemy. Remain blessed. Please share this video in the WhatsApp, Messenger. Share it in the Facebook. Share it every shareable places to your friends in YouTube. And God bless you. Thank you. Our Father in heaven, we thank you. I say, hallowed be thy name, thy kingdom come. Blessed be your name for giving us the opportunity to air the important message. We will continue to pass this message across so that our people will be able to have the full information. We pray that as many that will take this account number will not just take it for formality's sake and keep it, but being practical and active to join in the fight for the restoration. If they cannot so join in the demonstration, if they cannot to join in printing flyers and sharing, their money can also go the message for them. And please, as you pay your money, you keep your receipt, your informations. So God, I pray that you give the people the heart to know the importance of this struggle and for us to be free. In Jesus' mighty name, we have prayed. Amen. Remain blessed and see you in the next episode.